Okay, it's flaming, showering on, and if you like what you see, then please subscribe to me. I'm in the building.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Sakura Maid. Let's jump right into it. Now that I have that sorted out, what is the next item on Master's list? Pulling out the parchment again, I unfurl it eagerly. Clean the dining hall. Ah, yes, I remember now. It was getting rather dusty in there, as Master has left it unused for quite a while. I was intending to clean it eventually, but there was simply no time. Too busy fucking plants. Thinking about that makes me feel a little depressed. No, I cannot think like that at all. If Master asks me to do this, then I shall do it. Serious face. When she sees the well-polished floors and gleaming silverware, she will surely be pleased. That is right. Becoming depressed now is not going to achieve anything. There really is a life lesson in that, guys. Just because things are going bad does not mean be depressed. Don't be negative. Remain positive, and things will always work its way out. Negativity brings negative vibes. All that matters is doing the best job I can for my master. And also believe in yourself. It has been some time since we have had a banquet. Master's affluence is quite well known to the local community. She has a number of interesting guests who loves to stay with us. Once again, while I find myself curious about who they are and why they're here, I am happy to not stick my nose where it does not belong. They are Master's guests, and that is the only important thing. I run my finger over the grand dining table. Despite my best efforts, I cannot help but frown again. Master only takes her meals in her room, so we do not make use of the dining hall often. If she's asking me to clean it now, I can only presume that she plans to bring company home, which is all the more reason for me to do my best. I cannot help but feel a little giddy imagining all the praise they will give me. You're telling us that one maid cleaned this entire manor while you were away? She's a badass. That is right. Master would say she is my one and only servant. She is truly an amazing and beautiful and gorgeous maid that one day I plan to have sex with, but that's besides the point, and maybe Master would smile at me. I cannot help but let out a little squeal of joy as I think about that. Oops, maybe I should not get into the habit of talking to myself. Makes me look crazy, along with fucking plants, but that's not crazy at all, is it? I'm not crazy! Good maids keep their thoughts to themselves. Now then, is there some way that I can do this more quickly? No, it is not good to cut corners. Like Lito's Pizza, we don't cut corners. Master would disapprove of taking the lazy approach, and she should not be back in some time. There is no other approach than hard work and dedication. But that's not a problem. Happily, I retrieve a fresh washcloth. All of this dirt and grime shall be no match for me. This table will sparkle like a cut gem when I am done with it. Ha ha! I pant heavily as I lean against the wall. It was not easy, but I did it. The silverware is polished, the candlesticks have fresh wicks. All the furniture has been wiped down, and my internal enemy has been banished for a little while. Man, this girl voice really wears you out, dude. You won't be back for ages, Dust. Looking over my handiwork, I began to fret a little bit. I like her tongue was sticking out. Is everything in the right place? I begin to check over everything again. Unfortunately, I get a bit nervous when Master has guests over. Everything has to be in its right place. Looking over my work again, it appears that nothing is out of place. I really do worry too much. I'm glad. Wow. Woo! Sorry there, guys. Just died just now. It is not pay to fret needlessly. Who will Master be bringing home with her, I wonder? I cannot help but become excited at the thought of someone visiting. Maybe it's an artist, sculptors, or minstrels. She is very fond of those types. Or maybe it will be those engineers again. It is not good for a maid to be overly curious of a master's affairs. I know that I keep repeating that, but I am only human. When you are in the background of someone else's life, you cannot help but pick up certain things. I am happy for her, though. Whatever her affairs are, I am certain that she is doing something wonderful for the world. Now then, I have caught my breath. What else needs to be done? Let's have a look, shall we? Have the sun-dries ready. She really is planning to throw a banquet. I am so excited. She only ever has one when something big is going to happen. I feel even more motivated to do my best for her. Oh God, back to the garden. Back to the garden. After setting the table with jars of sundries, I set out for my next task. The garden needs to be weeded. Master does keep more mundane plants toward the front of the house, but they're no less pretty. Now, all of you ready? We would not want Master's guests to be disappointed when they arrive, do we? An ugly weed sprouts next to a daisy, blocking the sun rays. Now, aren't you a bully? I'm afraid that we cannot have you picking on those weaker than you. I pull the little devil out by his roots and throw him away. There we go. Isn't that much better? The flower's colors seem to be so much more vivid in the sunlight. I'm glad you agree. Looking around, I cannot help but feel a little indignant when I see more of those ugly weeds sprouting from the soil. Oh, you really have to make it hard, don't you? You all could have found a much nicer place away from my master's garden. I just shake my head. Well, if you plan to be that way, then I will show you what a maid can do. It is hard work, and work I admit that I am not entirely used to. Master usually goes out here once a month to weed it herself, but since she's not here, I will do the best I can. Why do you roots have to be so deep? Although the residents in the garden can be a little difficult at times, they are gentlemen. These nasty little fellows are very, very rude. Not only do they intrude where they're not wanted, they also have the gall to steal from the residents of this manor. Now, that is certainly something I cannot overlook. In spite of how stubborn they're being, I wonder when Master will be home. She did not say where she was going this time. Such a mysterious woman. But I love her. When I was hired, she said she needed a maid with discretion. While I would like to say that I was attracted to this job because I possessed the qualities she needed, what I will say instead is that I wanted to be with her. She looked like she needed someone who could understand and support her. While I do not know what it is she does, I do understand her and her little habits. And, well, a maid can also be a maiden, can't she? I do sincerely love her. So, I will have everything ready and in order when she comes back. The garden looks so much better without all those spindly little invaders. While it may be wrong for me to say this, but I am rather proud of my work. I am certain that Master will be proud of it too. Hopefully, she will be back in a timely manner. Perhaps I do not need to rush through these tasks, but if she comes back early and they are not done, she will be disappointed. And as a maid, it is my very pride at stake here. So I will rise up to the challenge no matter how great it is, because that is my Nindo, my ninja way. Oh my, it seems that there is an unusual spillage in the hallway. A translucent gel appears to be coating the floor. Do not tell me that we have another uninvited guest somewhere. Such guests are not unusual in Master's household. Oh, sorry guys. I bend over and examine the trail more closely. We are going to need a lot of soap to clean this up, and a good mop. When I find whoever did this, they're going to get a very stern talking to. Only silence echoes through the halls. Quietly, I retrieve the mop and bucket and get down to business. Who in this world would see a lovely, freshly cleaned floor and think it is a good idea to make it dirty again? I imagine that Master would be very cross if she found out who they were. Now, where does the trail lead to? I follow the gel, making sure that I do not miss a single drop of it. It leads all throughout the halls, almost creating a labyrinth, however you want to say it, like trail. Wherever could this uninvited guest be wandering to? If you can hear me, you had best stop running away. I will have you know that I do not appreciate people who create unnecessary mess in my master's household. The more you try to escape from me, the more cross I will be when I catch up with you. It appears that the trail is leading to one of the more unused parts of the manor, yet another one of the places which I have not had time to properly clean. The trail seems to lead outside of all places. However, my intuition as a maid is telling me that something is not quite right here. Should I follow the trail outside? Master did tell me once that if I see anything I feel isn't quite right, then she would not scold me if I simply ignored it. Follow the trail, do not follow. I think, guys, we're going to go ahead and follow the trail and see where this leads. Let's follow the trail. Well, nothing has happened so far, and this mess is only going to get worse if I let this guest roam around. Right, I can do this! Back to the garden. As I step outside, a squishy noise echoes through the air. I look down to see I have stepped in a puddle of blue goo. It is moving up my legs, too. Oh my! Are you the one who has been causing all of this mess? The gel begins to reach underneath my maid's uniform. I see. You're another one of Master's. Ha ha ha! It's just crazy to me how she always has a smile on her face when things like this happen. Is anything showing? Yep, I gotta censor this. Something's showing. Oh my! Oh my! Master really does have some frisky guests, doesn't she? The gel is alive, it seems, and it has trapped me in its grasp. It creeps along my skin, its cool, sticky surface quivering as it covers me. Where do you think you're touching me, you despicable fellow? The gel does not pay any mind, however. Tendrils begin to form across the surface, wriggling and pressing against my skin. One of the tendrils begins to slide into my panties. Oh dear, you really are a frisky one. I am not sure that it is listening to me. More tendrils slip into my top, kneading the sensitive flesh. It gives me a teasing squeeze. Oh! A small gasp escapes from me. Despite how strange it feels, something about it is surprisingly enjoyable. It's then that it really begins to be merciless. Its tendrils writhe and scrub me relentlessly. My lower lips become super freaking moist, soaking straight through my panties. Waves of pleasure radiate from my chest and my lower half. Not so rough. It doesn't give up its assault. My panties are super freaking moist now as the tendrils continue to wriggle around inside them. The tendril finds my clitoris and seemingly envelops it. Ah! Just like that, it seems to suck on it. The sudden touching of that place nearly sends me over the edge. Not the movie. I feel almost as if my legs are melting from its touch. The gel massages me all over, especially in my more sensitive places. Oh? It suddenly starts quivering on my breast. What are you doing? It's then that the entire body of gel begins shaking and wildly moving. Relentlessly, it bumps against my precious place. I feel it. I'm going to... Its movements become far harder and far faster. It's only one more touch that finally sends me over the edge. I revel in the sensation as the gel slows down. Wait. Wait, okay, whatever. I revel in the sensation as the gel slows down. Its rubbing and kneading becomes more gentle. That was quite an experience. Maybe this is another one of Master's erotic imports. Seemingly content, the living jail seems to slink off into the undergrowth. Well, hopefully he won't come back. I would hate to have to clean up after him again, although I am partially responsible for this mess too. Well, guys, I think that took a very interesting turn. Blue jail? What the heck am I playing right now? Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the episode, be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to continue to subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. I'm Flaming Sharingan. What will happen next? Found out next time. That's my time.